Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Geminis as we start off a brand new year, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What's going on for these lovely Geminis here in early January 2024? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Gemini. Please and thank you. And as you can see, I'm still decorated here for Christmas. I'm one of those types where I like to keep my decorations up a little extra, right? Oh, we're starting nice here, my friends. Okay, so regardless of what shows up within the reading itself this week, this is a lovely, lovely energy to start with, this Empress Blessings type of energy, which is really good. And we'll deconstruct that in a minute. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this Empress. So if you look at the beautiful imagery of this card, we see this woman. She has the Tree of Life tattooed on her back. She is surrounded by all this beautiful nature. You have the trees and the plants and the animals, the flora, the fauna. It's just overflowing with abundance and creation. So whenever I see this in a reading, it tells me, regardless of what shows up later on down the road in this reading, this is an energy of blessings. Now, Empress energy, sure, it could link to Taurus energy or Libra energy because it is connected to Venus. But to me, it's just an energy of blessings, abundance, and creation. There's a certain nurturing here as well. Now, for some Geminis, there could be some sort of significance to a mother figure when this shows up, or motherhood in general. But just to me, whenever I see this card, it is extremely comforting and nurturing. And I feel like that's an energy that we can claim as we move forward within this reading, okay? Especially if there's like nothing going on with a mother figure. There could be a lot of blessings coming towards Gemini. So we're just going to leave that Empress right over there. Great way to start. Let's get into tarot. And as I always say, the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness here. Let's see what's happening for the lovely Geminis, my guides. And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. Lots of fire and air, and that seems to be a theme for the Gemini collective in recent weeks, right? There's a lot of unpredictability. There's a lot of explosive energy around, a lot of fire and air. And, you know, I always say that could be a little volatile. It could be good for motivation and moving things forward, but very unpredictable. And yeah, last week's reading was literally titled An Explosive Situation. So just keep it in mind moving towards the coming days and weeks. That energy could still bleed through and hold over for a couple weeks. But yeah, we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take it how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're connected to. You know how tarot goes. So let's get you 3 cards here and start this off. What do we have for my Geminis, please? Guides and Spirit team. 3 cards to start. Okay, thank you. All right, a little slow there, which with what I was just saying, with all the fire and air in recent weeks, this could be like a blessing in disguise that we're starting with the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see how it goes. 2 more. Earth sign energy. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Long-awaited win, possibly. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I don't want to get too overexcited just yet, but I really like that energy. Let's get you 1 more. Thank you. All right. So someone's stressing something here. We have the 9 of Swords on the back end. So yeah, we're going to have to take a look at this because in the front end, we're looking okay, but that's a little thorn in the side. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, as I was already mentioning, we have a lot of beautiful, earthy energy right here in the front. This could be a big focus on money, business, work, family, all that material stuff right here in the front end, and it doesn't feel rough. Now, I am getting like an overarching view here. There could be someone that feels like something's taking forever or they're stressing out in a very big way, but we'll have to see how it all plays together because these 2 cards are very dependable, but they can be energies that get stuck. with the stress on the back end. So let's just go through piece by piece and try to build this story out. Obviously, only take it how it hits for you. But position number 1, we have the Knight of Pentacles here, starting us off in a very slow and steady way. So for some of you, this could just be earth placements you have. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, you might be connected to one when this card shows up. The Knight of Pentacles, as with all knights, they could be messengers similar to pages. So we could have messages, communication. They are about forward action and movement, but the one big thing with the Knight of Pentacles, it doesn't move fast. Very, very slow, very, very detail-oriented and diligent. So when we see this, it could be gearing up for a long journey of some sort, but at the same time, it could be something that seems stuck or seems like you're waiting around or something that's not changing. So we'll really want to see what's up with this. The Knight of Pentacles could be a very stubborn energy sometimes to deal with. And I always say, all cards have positives and challenges, and these 2 cards in the front end have very similar challenges connected to them. But literally, the Knight of Pentacles could just be a message or a talk of some kind. So we'll see when we get to it. Moving to the center, we got the 10 of Pentacles, one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. This is a lovely card. Once again, the energy of blessings, abundance, absolutely beautiful. To me, when I see this card, I think of somebody leveling up in one way or another. It's extremely sturdy. Now, aside from influx of money, influx of abundance, wish fulfillment type of energy, we're looking at wins and victories here. And when I see the 10 of Pentacles, it could just represent the home, the family. So there might be certain things revolving around where you live or where you work, things like that, or people that you are related to. So the clarifier for this could be very important for the reading overall. But beautiful card, right? Like when I see it, once again, it's level up. But the one thing I will say about how all the energy is flowing together within this reading is that it seems like a slow burn, okay? As we start with this Knight of Pentacles into the 10 of Pentacles, something may be taking a very slow burn, or it's just something could be taking a while. I mean, hopefully it's not frustrating you or somebody else. Moving to the back end, this is why I say that we have the 9 of Swords. Now, you don't have to be an expert in tarot to really understand what this card means, right? You see that person, they have their hands in their face. They look like they're losing sleep, like they can't sleep. And this card could represent that. Maybe this is spirit simply telling you like, hey, Gemini, you need a little more rest or take a load off, right? Generally, this card does show up when people are having sleep issues, insomnia. It could show up when people are having nightmares, weird dreams, or vivid dreams. And it could just be someone you're connected to that's very much anxious or stressed out about something. Now, could it be because of possible delays or tough situations or problems? Possibly. I don't want to go that route just yet until we get more detail. The 9 of Swords could also be very paranormal. So for a lot of Geminis in this time, you might be having little paranormal experiences here, whether it's coming in the dream time or whether it's like seeing stuff out of the corner of your eye, hearing things here and there. So we'll really want to dig into this card much, much more because as I'm saying, like this front end looks very, very good. A lot of promising energy. Why is this person stressing though? There's possible good happiness here, but this person's stressing for some reason. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Gemini. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my friends, see what's happening. And yes, Gemini, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Pentacles here. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Gemini, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, let's go. Let's see what's happening. Why is that Knight of Pentacles here? What's this slowpoke doing here in the front end? Okay, yeah, long road to victory, but it's coming. It is coming. For some of you, there could be some like really good or really exciting news coming your way, which is really nice. I love this type of energy here. We have the 6 of Wands in the upright. Now notice it has that holiday season little wreath there. Those are laurels actually, but I always feel like this is a very festive type of card. I was getting it a lot last week, Christmas week, but this is a huge card of victory, wins, triumph. So I really like this type of energy. However, underneath this Knight of Pentacles, as I've been seeing since the beginning, things might be going good, things might be lining up, but you might have to wait a little bit. For another portion of you with the Messenger of this Knight of Pentacles, some of you could have some like really good or exciting news coming in. Okay, like a cause for excitement, like, whoa, all right. When we see the Six of Wands, we think of public notoriety. We think of people getting kudos and good news and recognition for the good things that they've done. I will say a challenge with this card could sometimes be someone with a bit of an ego. So maybe there is somebody that's recently taken a blow to their ego that you're connected to, right? Knocked off the pedestal in one way or another. But for the vast majority of you, once again, I feel like this is a long-awaited win or payoff of some sort, or it's that exciting news coming in with that messenger. So I'm really, really liking this energy here in the front end. I would say it's claimable. Just know if there is a goal, like this is a long-term goal. Like surrounding this Knight of Pentacles, we have the 10 Pentacles, 6 of Wands. You might need to set some long-term goals in place, but there's good possibilities all over. So let's keep moving over. We're not going to get hung up there. It is what it is. Very simple message. So let's see what that 10 of Pentacles has to say. Because I really want to get over to that 9 of Swords as well. Like with all this goodness coming in up here in the front, like what's this stress about? What is that stress about? Could just be someone else, right? So let's see why that 10 of Pentacles is in the mix. Is that 10 here, please? Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, this is somebody absolutely with their eyes on the prize. This is somebody that has a plan in hand. We have the 2 of Wands in the upright underneath this 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. For some of you, I will say this, setting your goals and actually planning them are huge in this time, especially with the strategy. Now, the 2 of Wands could sometimes represent, you know, somebody who's at a crossroads, somebody that feels like they need to make a decision, make a choice. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? It could represent distance. It could represent travel. Notice that although we have earth on the top, now we're getting a lot of this fire, this burn, this passion and motivation underneath in the choir fires, which is really good. I feel like this is a long-lasting type of energy. So for a lot of you, I like it. Now, the 2 of Wands, once again, aside from everything I just mentioned, is a big part of planning. It's a big part of strategy. So when I see it underneath this 10 of Pentacles, absolutely, there could be someone you're connected to where they're trying to get a plan in place, set a plan in motion, or make a plan, whether that's towards you or towards life in general. There is somebody strategizing here. When I see this under the 10 of Pentacles, I'm not picking up anything nefarious from it. It's somebody that's like planning for the best possible outcome, which is nice. But once again, for a lot of you Geminis here in this time, Spirit could be urging you like, all right, maybe make a list. Maybe like really think 5 years down the line. Listen, I know tons of air signs and they're very intelligent and active minded, but similar to fire signs, which I have a lot of placements in, fire signs and air signs tend to live in the now, right? Like they tend to live in the now, live into the next couple of days, and we take it as it comes. We go with the flow. Spirit is asking you to maybe step into some earthy type of energy and look 5 years down the line, multiple years, multiple months. Like look at the big picture. Okay, so let's keep moving. I don't want to get too hung up here. It is what it is. I like it for the most part. So let's see why that 9 of Swords is here. And we'll get into the shadow card. Because over, like, right here in the front end, beautiful energy, claimable energy. So let's see what that problematic 9 of Swords is about, though. Then we'll do our recap before the shadow. So why is the 9 of Swords here? Thank you. Okay, yeah, this is someone absolutely having sleep problems here. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse underneath the 9 of Swords, the 2 biggest cards of sleep and rest to me. There is somebody here who's having big difficulty sleeping and resting their mind. For a big portion of you, you might need to take a load off here. There might be a certain situation or problem that you've been going through that Spirit's asking you, like, listen, I know it's hard not to think about it, but stop thinking about it for the time being, right? Like, because it's not doing this person any good. The 4 of Swords, once again, you see this person here in the upright. What are they doing? They're resting, they're sleeping. It's no mistake that these cards come out together with this one in reverse, because when this is in reverse, it's somebody that hasn't been resting, that can't be resting. So we could just be looking at someone's mental state here as well. Even though we have all this good energy, these good possibilities, this drive, this focus, this long-term game plan, on this back end, this is someone whose mind is their own worst enemy sometimes. Okay, not saying it's you. It could just be someone you're connected to, like, while you're in this energy, they're in that energy. It might be flipped around, right? Maybe you're the one stressing out. Maybe you're the one a little anxious and they seem good, right? Not saying that they are. So this is like the oddest little mixture of energy. And once again, we have the fire-air combination starting to show up. So we have 2 air, we have 2 fire, we have 2 earth, which means things are starting to solidify here. But whoever this is that's like stressed to the max, anxious to the max, they're losing sleep for whatever reason, okay? Maybe it is whatever situation you're going through with them. Just this person needs a mental vacation, right? That's what Spirit's saying. Like, they need a mental vacation here. They need to take a load off. So possibly take that as a warning, right? If you've been sleeping like 3, 4, or 5 hours a night, maybe increase that a little bit. Let's just leave that to the side. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Interesting spread overall, Gemini. Then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, loving the first 4 cards here up in the front. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the 6 of Wands, also with the 10 of Pentacles, like sandwiched here. These are long-term goals and aspirations. I feel like for a lot of Geminis, you could receive some really exciting news or good news coming in here. Really like it. A cause for celebration. We got wins coming in. We got victories coming in. Good, positive, abundant type of energy, blessing-filled energy. Moving to the center, we have the 10 of Pentacles with the 2 of Wands in the upright. Somebody might be strategizing and planning. Is it hooked in with what we have here on the back? Possibly. Is this person planning something nefarious? I don't think so. They're trying to plan something for the best possible outcome for everyone involved. For a portion of you, this could be Spirit telling you, really define your goals and really define where you want to go and what you want to do in the long run. On the back end, this is where it gets a little choppy. We have the 9 of Swords with the 4 of Swords in reverse, both cards that connect to the sleep state and rest. Someone needs a mental vacation. Like I already said, someone is stressed and anxious, nervous, all those things, and they need to take it down a notch, right? Because Spirit is showing it as a bit of a warning here, like someone's mental state is very strained. So please take a screenshot of that, Gemini. Let's get you a shadow card here. I would say like most of this reading is very much claimable. So let's see what's happening. What's in the shadows for Gemini here? Yes, my friends, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see what's going on, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Doesn't always have to be a bad thing, right? Shadow cards could be good sometimes. So let's get your one. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it down in the comments below. Several different tiers to choose from, and it's a beautiful way to support the channel and my mission. Really helps a lot. No pressure, though. Let's get you a shadow card. What's in the shadows for Gemini? Thank you. Queen of Cups, strong emotions here. Once again, we started the reading off with a divine feminine mother figure, and we are ending the reading off with a divine feminine mother figure. We have the Queen of Cups. This is a card of deep emotional depths, right? It could represent love connections as well. Also a nurturer, loving, caring. It's just a beautiful type of energy. But what does she speak about when she's in the shadows, right? What's the shadow side of this Queen of Cups? Somebody that suppresses things. I always say when I see the shadow side of the Queen of Cups. Now for a portion of you, yeah, maybe you're connected to a water sign, right? And they're just showing up here in your energy. They're showing up in the shadows. Could just be a mother figure showing up double within this reading. But this is Spirit saying for the vast portion of Geminis, in this time, any sort of emotional suppression is no good, right? If you're feeling something, you need to figure out a way to get it out, whether it's through creative means or through conversation. Very big with her as a shadow card. So Gemini, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the December subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced on New Year's Day, January 1st. But for the January subscriber surprise, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. Once again, it's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, in the year 2024, what is one of your biggest goals that you were shooting for? If you don't have one, maybe take a second to think about it. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of January, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.